Hello, and welcome to a very cold and chilly Thursday, the middle of February, and I am still shivering. Hi, my name is William Penn. I am the president of the Grand Boulevard Coalition, and we are all about a drug-free community. I'm here doing my show with my brand new scarf because it was really cold out there. Today, as always, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be starting off our show with information and facts about the census. Because as you know, we have to stand up and be counted, which help us have more funds to help us reduce substance abuse on the south side of Chicago. I hope everybody's staying warm and drinking hot chocolate and stuff out there. And today, we're going to talk about the census. Let me go to the overhead and let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. Hopefully, everybody can see that. So I'm going to take a few minutes to shape your future. It's very important to deal with the census on the upcoming April 1st is the first day that you can file for your census. And the purpose of it being important is by standing up and being counted from no matter what age you are. That's everybody's in your household. Make sure you grab your neighbors to get for them to go ahead and do it. It can be done electronically. It can be done by paper. So there is no excuse on why you're not going to be able to get it done this census. And in returns, by you doing it, you're giving the community that you live in, the city that you live in, and the state the opportunity to get the right amount of funding to help support some of the things that all of us take advantage of. If it's not link, if it's not, oh, there we go. If it's not link, if it's not your health care, if it's not senior care, if it's not dealing with mental illness, if it's not dealing with anything that you feel that when we get money from the federal government, when I say we personally sometimes don't get it ourselves in our hand, but the federal government earmarks certain dollars based on the census to bring money into the state, and the state take that money and then distribute it throughout the city and the counties for federal things and items. So we definitely want to make sure that we're all on top of that and making sure that we have everything that we need. So with this cold weather, I know people are freezing. I was just thinking how terrible it is outside and how we hopefully that these shelters are open so our homeless and our people who are on the street due to mental illness or for whatever reason definitely have a place to go. And if you are out there and you're watching this in a coffee shop or in the library or something, you're like, I wish I know where I can go, you can always dial 311, which is the city non-emergency helpline, and they can let you know where the shelters are. And I know the city of Chicago have one 24-hour shelter that's open 24 hours where you can go be safe and be warm. Please be warm. Please be safe out there and keep warm, because tonight and tomorrow through Saturday is not going to be no joke. Okay. So one of the things that we got coming up under the Grand Boulevard Coalition is our annual opioid summit. And what we're doing this year is we've been writing real hard with different hospitals and different people to put together a template of a program that we're hoping to sign up 15 to 25 youth in the Bronzeville area, all the way down to probably South Shore, to equip them with the needed knowledge to be able to assist and have eyes out on the street this summer while everybody's out and having fun. If they see something in this form of emergency, they can translate themselves into a superhero and become a first responder and know how to deal with a couple of small things that time is the essence. As we know, Noxonil for people who might be passed out from an overdose. Times of the essence to make sure that is administered for people to come back to life. Choking, people are choking on food. Having the Heimlich maneuver trained to them so they'll be able to handle something like that. Even for people who may be having a heart attack or even a stroke, just sometimes the best thing is just to get on the phone and dial 911 and get the emergency people there. And then making sure the scene is secured and make sure the scene is not in chaos and that they're ready, willing, and able to assist in whatever needs to be done until more first responders get there and help them. So we're putting together the finishing touches on that, and we're hoping to kick off the second Saturday in March, a small setting on the campus of Illinois Tech with some youth and just giving them the first little bit of training when it comes to anoxidil and for opioid abuse and overdose. From there, we will have a couple more sessions with hopefully we're looking at getting some certifications so when the youth are completed with the task, not only would they have an emergency like an ER backpack full of all the things that they need to keep themselves and the people around them safe, but when they're out in the community throughout the summer in the park and at the lake, they'll be able to see something and be able to react and be a positive force out there in our community, especially in the Grand Boulevard community. So we look forward to that. We look forward to having more partners with that. If you feel that that's something that you might like to partner with us on right now, today, the quickest way to reach us sometimes is right on Twitter. I keep that live so I can hear what people are saying about the show and so on and so forth. But at GBC Coalition _, you can always tweet out to me, William Penn, and I'll definitely get back to you on being a part of that. You can also call in on Thursdays when we have this show. If I'm here or whoever's sitting in this seat as the host can definitely take your call and talk to you about it and get more information out to you. Probably have a good flyer ready for announcing it next week. We're just making sure all the finishing touches and everything is in place, that we'll have a successful event. If you're out there and you say, hey, I'd like to call and check on William and see how he's doing and let him know what we're doing out here in the city, give me a call. Area code 312-738-1060. Again, 312-738-1060. All right. So we talked about the census. We talked about our Twitter account. We got the big opioid summit coming up this year as usual, and we're doing something different for our drug-free community. And so we've been working with a lot of youth. Give, I guess as they say, a shout out to Diet High School, Perspective Charter School, Phillips, and Persian Magnet School for the grade school, where our people are in the schools running workshops, holding classes, and just talking to the youth about being prepared for the next step. We talked to our 7th and 8th graders about being prepared for high school, which is very important. They go from the top of the heap to back down to the bottom, and what to expect when now new kids and people around them, they might be tested when it comes to drug use, when it might become for smoking, alcohol abuse, or any type of substance that they currently shouldn't be utilizing. And now that they're in a different setting with a much older child, they're going in at age 13 and 14, and there's 17 and 18-year-olds that's in the school that got 4 years on them and a lot of experience. So we meet with them regularly and get them ready for high school. And then, of course, we jump into the high school level at our schools, and we actually broke it down, and we decided to talk to just the athletes this year. So we have a great program where we go into the school, we do a survey first, we talk to them about what it takes to be prepared to be a leader and an athlete on the college level, anywhere from junior college all the way to NCAA Division I. and what to expect. We help talk to them about making sure their forms are filled out. We work with their coaches and making sure that their tapes and interviews and stuff that they need to make sure prospective coaches have for them so they know what to expect. Then we come back the second time, which is actually happening this Tuesday at Diet, and I'll probably get some video of that and bring so we can show a little bit of that. We bring in a college graduate who's a graduate of, I think, Phillips. I don't know exactly what high school, but he's a graduate of Chicago Public School. He went on to Northern Illinois University, which I think is a Division I school, and he played football. And it was a culture shock and just a shock all the way around. But that shock did not derail him from his goal of graduating and becoming a professional. And he got to do his love, which was football, and he got to play, I think, and I'll find out more when I meet him for the first time on Tuesday. I think he got to play 4 years, and when he was at Northern, when Northern had some of those good teams that they actually won, the Alonzo Stagg Bowl, I think is for the level of school that they're at. He was part of that team, so he wears the big diamond-crusted ring showing that he is a champion. So we look forward to having that with the students, and so now they don't have to hear from me who maybe been a college athlete 90 years ago. They get to hear from somebody who's probably 8 years older than them, who've just gone through what they're getting ready to go through. And then we finish up the series next month where we actually bring in a professional athlete who will come and talk to them about what was the jump from high school to college and then from college to pro. Was it a direct shot like some people get a chance to? Did they have to go to Europe to hone their skills? Did they have to go to minor league if they played like baseball? So we look forward to doing that, and then we finish all of that by making sure they understand good work ethics, taking care of their body. Their body's a temple, which brings back our drug-free community pledge that we have back here, and how by them showing as an example that they are leaders no matter what level they are at, and then those high school and college are able to come back and meet with my grade school kids so they can see how that cycle keeps going and how it winds up being a very positive cycle and how we have great people out here doing big things. So that's the month of February and what we have going on. As you guys know, the last Tuesday of February, we also have our Coffee with GBC. We will be posting that on our website, and we will be posting it here on our next show, the dates and time. It's from 8:30 to 9:30. It's always in the Bronzeville community. Last month, we did it at, I think it's called Ichi or Michi, which is right on the corner of 35th and Prairie, cat corner to the McDonald's there, a lovely little coffee shop with great fresh pastries. Another African American sister who graduated from college decided to come back to the community, open up her shop, and now she has a coffee shop in the community that has great pastries, great coffee, and we are there to support as what Grand Boulevard Coalition does. We're a coalition of our community, and so by supporting our retail sector, keeps them open, give us opportunities to have job opportunities for our high school students that we work with, and that continue to build. So we're very happy with that. Look forward to getting back there this week, this month, and seeing what we can do to further that. And as they continue to grow, we'll definitely hope that you people who are watching me on TV come out to some of them or one of them one of these months and say hi and let me know how you like my scarves and how you like what we're doing here with our word and our mission of a drug-free community. So I'd like to take a few seconds and give a shout out to one of our good friends who support us all the time. Is the I Got This campaign, which is part of the PAC at Ann and Roberts H. Laurie's Children's Hospital. Make sure if you get a chance to, it's still on buses and trains. If you see I got this, make sure you use the hashtag I got this Chicago, and take a picture of what you see and let people know that you heard about it. They monitor the social media sphere a lot, and they like it when people kind of say, hey, I do got that. And that whole campaign, which we helped work with the people at Grand Boulevard Coalition, along with Ann and Laurie Children's Hospital and a few others, we went over how do you talk to your teens about drugs and alcohol, and mainly alcohol, but how that they shouldn't feel pressure to drink. It's okay to say no. We know that's the funniest thing. When we get to be 1 and 2, the first thing that a child knows how to say or do is no. They don't want to eat. They don't want to go to bed. They don't want to do anything. And for some odd reason, we grow up to our early teens and preteens, and we forget how to say no. And we wind up saying yes, and we wind up making bad decisions. But we want to instill the power in those youth to say, you can say no. You have support from your teachers and administrators, from your neighborhood stores owners, and your neighbors, and the most important people, your parents, and to talk to them about what's going on and how you can say no and step away from that situation so that won't hurt you. And also, if you see one of your friends who are maybe in a dicey situation where they might not be strong as you are, to say no, to help them out and get them help, or to at least report it. It's so important to keep our heads up and keep it on the swivel and make sure we see what's going on and try to be helpful to our friends and our neighbors, which always go back to what I talk about. Making sure you get up a little extra early in the morning. Make sure you're drinking your water in the morning. Make sure when you do get out, you say good morning to your neighbors as you walk to the bus, train, Uber, Lyft, or your own car. Every morning when I leave, there are people outside, and I make it my due to say good morning and hello and let them know not only do I see them, but they see me, and that I look like I might be having a great day, and that they hopefully are doing the same and they're having a great day. So we look forward to always making sure those are the things that we do. And remember the hashtag I got this Chicago. It's very important to let people know that you got this and your kids. And if you go to the site, they also have up to 10 different tools and mechanisms to help you talk to your youth about alcohol use, alcohol abuse. We also have, in this, it seemed like time just flies. We talked about the census. We want to make sure that I am just Mr. Hashtag all over the place today. Hashtag Southside Census. No, that's at Southside Census. That's not hashtag. That's probably something. Yeah, it might be that. I don't know. But anyway, Southside Census. Check it out. Like it on Facebook. Tweet it. Wherever those little logos are, do it. If you want more information on how the Southside Census group has come together to formulate a group of 10 powerful organizations that are coming together to get the word out. We're starting out by making sure that we are educating everybody about the census. It's amazing. It happens once every 10 years, but the misconceptions of what happens with that. A young lady stopped me because, she said, what day do somebody come to my house so that I could get the census done? And then I further talked to her, what you're saying. And she felt and thought that it's automatic. That's how you do the census. Somebody comes to your house, ring your doorbell, knock on your door and say, hey, we're census. We would like to get you to fill this paper out. Now, I had to educate her like I'm here to educate you guys today. That's not how it happens. This year, you would get an email. You would probably get a letter in the mail if you've done the census before saying, time is almost here. It's now time. April 1st is the first day that you can start filing your census. The census people decide to be technology savvy, savvy, and they decided to put it online. So you can do it from your cell phone. You can do it from your laptop. They're going to be, the Southside Census group is going to be having workshops and places for people to come for our hard to count group, our elderly, our senior citizen, which I'm probably going to get on the show with the AARP people who was here a couple minutes before me and talk about how we're going to go into the different places and help them. And our other hard to count group that we're literally targeting is our 5 years old and under. And we know you guys are laughing at me and say, well, 5-year-old can't fill out the census form. Well, you are right. But we're going to let them have a flyer to take home to their parents to remind them. Because for some odd reason, 10 years ago, which those children are now 9 and 10, they wasn't counted. And we don't know why they wasn't counted, but we know they're there because our schools are full of 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds. So we need parents to know that when you're counting outside of Fido the dog, you count everybody that has 2 legs that are in your house on the day that you fill it out, that lives there. So we got to get the word out. That's what we're talking about. So more to come on that. And you know what? I haven't talked about it, but when we do our drug-free community, we always reach out to our good friends who sat here at this chair before, our good friend CRCC, Chicago Recovery Community Coalition, our good friends on the west side with their Twitter at Chicago CRCC, will be coming to the south side to administer the Anoxidril seminar. So they're going to be coming out and teaching our youth. And now we look, people are saying, I got to get the direct age, but we're looking for youth between the ages of 17 and 24 who's interested in, who are back home maybe from college, maybe around spring break. We'll have a session during those times, who are looking for something to do and who are willing to stand up and be a part of their community that they're proud of, and that even though they're out playing basketball on a basketball court, they out working at the Chicago Park District. Wherever they're doing, they have their bag, they're ready to jump in and become what has been something that a lot of people get thanked for, and a lot of people really don't do it. We don't have a lot of first responders, if you think about it. The ones who run towards the issue versus running away from it. And I know in our community, our youth are some who are willing to run towards what's going on. But we have to change the habit of, you're not running towards to get your phone out to videotape what's going on, but you're running to help. You're wanting to see what's going on and to try to be a part of the situation from a positive perspective, so where you're able to come and to aid and assist people. So we're just really excited about the upcoming opioid summit. We're really excited about having our friends at Chicago Recovery Communities Coalition coming out, doing part of the training. We're very excited about Lori's and the people that they're going to send out so we can learn about stroke. We're going to learn about the Heimlich maneuver, so if you're choking, if you need to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to resuscitate somebody, to get their heart going, to get their breathing, or keep it going until an ambulance or somebody can get there and take it over from what you're doing to save a life, to save a situation. We want those type of people to give us a jingle, reach out to us, because those are what we're looking for. Those are the type of youth that we deal with. The positive ones, the ones that are going to make the news saying that they're doing something good. So I'm getting the wrap-up sign because I guess I've talked through all of my stuff for today. So I just want to make sure everybody remember to hit us up at GBC Coalition _. Make sure that they're getting ready for the upcoming big census count push. You're going to see it all over the place. I'm going to have more information next Thursday about a call-in number where you could just text, the short text, where you just short text it in there, and that they can send you back whatever questions you have. Okay, they're giving me the wrap-up sign. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about those two issues. Remember, my name is William Penn. I'm the president of the Grand Boulevard Coalition. We're a drug-free community, and I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. Thank you.